Good afternoon, everyone. I got something on my chest I really need to get off. I've been watching a lot of people at the polls standing in long lines waiting to vote, right? Which is your constitutional right. But I was speaking with my lady and something came on my heart, something came in my mind. It was like, you rather be right with the crowd you rather be wrong with the crowd than right by yourself. You better be wrong with the crowd than right by yourself. Good afternoon, Joey Big Take. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I talking to people about why they're voting, right? And voting is your own personal right. And I'm not telling nobody not to vote. But let me ask you guys this question real quick. I was speaking with someone the other day, and they asked me why I wasn't voting. I said, well, I'm not voting because neither candidate is doing anything for Black people specifically. And they say, well, I'm voting because I don't want Donald Trump in office. And I say, okay, tell me something. Donald Trump not being in office helps you how? You see what I'm talking about? It's like each party is playing with the hearts and mind of people, and they demonize one person or another. But at the end of the day, I ask the question, what are they doing for you? What are they doing for your family? Nobody can tell me anything because nobody is reading. Nobody goes over policies. And quite frankly, no one is listening to the candidate themselves. Donald Trump didn't say he wasn't going to do nothing for Black people except, increase some jobs here and there. But I will tell you this, and I'm not a Republican, Democrat, or independent. Donald Trump did say something he was going to do for Black people, but it's not in black and white. It's all talk. And term after term after term, what have Democrats have done us? Even Obama, even during his candidacy, what has he done? Nothing. How has your life changed from voting in the national election? That's all I want to know, because here's the thing. Some people are just going vote to vote and they try to put guilt on you. They say, well, our ancestors fought and died for this. Yes, they fought for us for the right to vote and the right not to vote. So I'm going to go out in these long lines to vote for a candidate who they have on tape, because the same way they did Donald Trump, right? He said all that crazy stuff. He was touching women. He was like, my little African-American. That really offended a lot of us, right? So the same way Joe Biden went on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God and said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. Then he told on a Black National Convention talking about, if you don't vote for me, essentially, he was talking about politics, you'll be back in chains. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't open your freaking eyes, neither candidate is for us. That's just my opinion. I know some of you are bent on voting for who you want to vote for, and I'm not trying to convince you not to vote. I am just saying, why are you voting? That is my question, right? Because I talk to a lot of uninformed and ignorant people that say all of these dumb, stupid things. Do you know a person said, the reason why I'm voting for Joe Biden is because Donald Trump does side deals with China, and that's the reason why the coronavirus is in America. I was like, everything in your house is from China. Donald Trump has nothing to do with the articles and items and products in your house. All those things were in America before Donald Trump was in office. Okay. Yes, he's an idiot. He's stupid. He says very racial, inflammatory things. He told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by. I mean, yes, who's voting for him? But my other question is, you're making one person seem better than the other person, and both of them are equally horribly. Okay, they both equally horrible. Okay, that's what I don't understand, is that people are not taking the time to say, you know what? I don't care what nobody says, I'm going to vote. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at Donald Trump. I'm looking at the pros and cons and policies. The pros, cons, and policies. And I'm going to take Joe Biden. I'm going to look at the pros, cons, and policies. No one is doing that. What you guys are doing is you're looking at the tube and you're like, oh, CNN is telling me how bad Donald Trump is. Then some of you are looking at Fox. Fox is really telling me how bad Joe Biden is. Listen, the media is supported by these political parties. So they're going to both demonize the other candidate. So you're not getting real news. The only real news you can get is on your local level, and you have to even research that network. You have to go and look a lot of some of their past work. Here's the thing. When you took your resume into your job, right, and you got your degree, let's say your degree is in business, and you want to be a business manager, say, well, in a little script here, it says you need to have 5 years being a business manager, and you need to have a business management bachelor's degree. And you say you go on, and they say, well, where's your experience? I don't have any experience. The point I'm making here, ladies and gentlemen, is that you guys would like to forget Joe Biden's past. And people say, oh, you just want to talk about the 1994 crime bill. I can go there. The one most piece of legislation that incarcerated the majority of black people. Then I can get together and put on a video and show you the inflammatory racial slurs that Joe Biden said. And he even said he don't even want his kids going to school with black people. What do you think Joe Biden been doing for black people in the last 47 years? Do not give Joe Biden a pass because he was with Barack Obama. Because when I look at Barack Obama, I got Barack Obama pros, cons, and policies. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He did nothing for black people either. Let's go over Donald Trump. I look down here. Oh, very racial slurs, inflammatory talk, race up riots, discriminating housing practices, etc. So what the point is, I want you guys to actually critically think about your vote if you're just banking on voting. Because again, I want to say, some of you are going to say our ancestors, Martin Luther King, etc., they fought and died for us to vote. Well, let me inform you of another intelligent thought. They fought and died for us the right to vote. Okay? That means you have the right to vote or the right to stay right in your freaking house. I saw Roland Martin little skit here, and I'm gonna tell you something. Each party had these politricks, not politics, politricks that they put certain people out in front to try to fearmonger you into voting. So I'm looking at Roland Martin, and I see him crying about a long line of voting. He's showing himself crying while he's playing Trey songs, okay? It was like this whole emotional short video, essentially. And he drives past this long line of voters. And I laugh. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not being heartless. I don't know what he was feeling at the moment. I don't know if it was a politrick. But I laugh because I'm like, I'm not going to even deal with that. Because I was in the line voting for Obama. And I said, you know what? Me voting for Obama did what? It made history, the first so-called black president. But other than that, nothing for black people changed. Nothing for black people changed. About a month ago, Kamala Harris was on TV, and there was a black reporter, I believe he was on MSNBC, and he said, hey, what are you going to do specifically for black people? And she giggled. She's like, I'm not doing nothing specifically for black people because blah, 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 blah. But then when you look into every else, you look into every other race, you look into every other ethnic group, something has been done specifically for them. This is the problem. We have all these black people not looking. See, let me step back. Let me regress. You should have your own mind and thoughts. But in this thing that we're trying to do as far as a movement, we need to have unity and we need to agree on some things. We don't need to agree on everything. We need to agree on some things. That is the only way things in America are going to change for black people, for foundational black people. That's the only way. We don't have to, if we got 10 points, everybody write down your 10 points. We only need to agree on a couple. But the problem is we are so brainwashed. We essentially, which I heard, we are so tired, right? That we just fall into the trial. I just don't want to go through all of this. I'm just going to go vote for Joe Biden because, my family's putting pressure on me, my wife, my husband, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my aunt, there's just so much going on right now. I'm just going to fall and vote for Donald Trump. Like, I guess he did something. He gave more jobs. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can't be tired. See, you guys think this is what happens to us. We get all charged up. We get all riled up every 4 years. Every 4 years. And some political party, mostly the Democrats, promise us. They just give us side talk. They just give us a talking piece, right? And then they disappear. And this is what they do. Both parties do this. They get black scapegoats. They get black sellouts to come in front of the American people, okay, with the black face, and they say, oh, and then they talk about and they demonize the other candidate. See, this is what I know to be true. This is a very powerful statement. There's two things that black people can do that holds all the power in America. One is holding your vote until someone offers black people something specifically. And here's another thing. Boycotting also does that as well. When we have racist organizations that go and support racist and white supremacists, the only thing we need to do is boycott. Time and time and time again, boycotting has been the number one reason how we have changed the face of America economically and socially, and when it comes to justice. But the most important thing you need to understand is that black people in America do not have justice. And the only way we're going to get justice if you guys are just not going out there to vote. You're not just going out there, I don't know, my ancestor died. I'm just going to go out there and vote for Joe Biden because anything's better than Donald Trump. No, it's not. You're voting for a guy that incarcerated the majority of black men. Him and Kamala Harris. Do your history. Then you vote for Donald Trump. You're voting for somebody who seems to be a white supremacist. Now, granted, if you look at both of their track record, the evidence shows that they may be white supremacists. But you know what? Because here's the thing. And I said this before. Both of them are coming to you with 2 cups of poison. They're coming to you with 2 cups of poison. One is coming to you with a smile. That's Joe Biden. And the other one's coming to you with a frown. That's Donald Trump. So which one do you want? Oh, you want the guy to smile at you while he's killing you. Oh, that's the one you want. You want the one who put Cardi B, the stripper, online to talk to black people. Not a black philosopher, not a black educator, not a black politician, And then when he was on Charlamagne the God Breakfast Club, guess what? Charlamagne asked Joe Biden what he's going to do specifically for black people. Guess what he did? Well, my wife, she's going, we got to go. Oh yeah, we got to go. When are you going to open your eyes? I want you to go and look at all these. See, what I love about political ads is they both tell on each other. They record clips of audio and video of that particular candidate saying some inflammatory racial things. And what you guys need to understand is that is the truth. That's not being changed. Okay. That's not being altered. These people actually said these things. So when I saw Roland Martin crying and taping himself, listening to Trey's song, How Many More Have to Die? I like the song. The song is real. But him, the old emotional thing, he's like, I'm just here looking at all these people in line. Dude, you're crying because people are waiting in line? It's their choice. See, they put this pressure on us as black people. See, we're always the footstool. We're always the first step on the ladder. We're the last people in the lunch line. We always get the crumbs. And then we have those black bootlegs out there. We have those black boule out there trying to convince us what the rest of the masses should do. The issue with us, let me tell you, issue with us, I believe, we do not read. We do not read. We don't read and research and analyze and deconstruct thought and critical thinking. We don't do this because if we did, you guys will be awake. If we did, you guys will be woke. You guys will understand the very thing I'm saying. And you guys will want justice. You guys will want reparation. You guys will want opportunities. You will want to break down the system of white supremacy. That is what you will want to do. You will listen to people like Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Professor Black Truth, the Black Authority, TD Hip Hop Media. You will listen to the Black media, then your CNN and your Fox and your MSNBC and your CNBC, because they don't talk to Black people. Majority of this country is Anglo-Saxons. Majority of this country are Caucasians. And guess who they're talking to? You're not talking to people who speak your language and give you the information that you need to make a conscious decision. That is the problem. And all of this has to do with economics. Some people are so brainwashed in the Black community that we believe this is a class thing. Oh no, it's about how much money you have and how much. No, it's not. That's only part of it. That's a small piece of it. You are demonized. You're discriminated upon. You are marginalized. You're disenfranchised because of your freaking skin color. That is why. That is why in the system of white supremacy is not a U.S. problem. It is a world problem. Some of you guys need to go out and read Avoid the Machines by Scotty Vasquez. That was a very good book. And another person that gives you great content, very truthful content, is Tariq Nasheed. I didn't watch all the Hidden Colors, and I watched the War of 1804, and I'm still working out for some of these works. What about Jason's Black Race War? That was a good one. See, here's the thing. We don't inform ourselves. We wait for other people to teach us on what we should do. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why are we waiting for other people to teach us on what we should do instead of us going out being intelligent and beautiful Black people and doing our research and reading and say, you know what? I'm not voting for none of them because they're not doing nothing for our people, but they did everything for somebody else. See, I don't know how they rope-a-dope us into this thing. Right? They can do stuff for Asian Americans. They can do stuff for immigrants. They can do stuff for the Japanese. They can do stuff for the Irish. They can do stuff for the Jews, but they can't do shit for us. I'm confused. And it works every 4 years. It works every 4 years. Last 4 years, who we vote for? Hillary Clinton. Did she win? Nope. Who we gonna vote for this time? Majority of Black people? You guys can go out and vote for Joe Biden. I'm not telling you what to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's your personal prerogative of what you want to do with your time and with your vote. It's your right. I'm just saying I'm not voting for neither one because they're not doing nothing for us. See, I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this. Now picture this. Picture this. If majority of Black people don't vote and we just held our vote for ransom, we held our vote hostage, meaning we're just going to hold on to it. Say, for instance, this was a vote. We're going to hold on to it. And when the first candidate say, we're going to do this, and this for Black people, we're going to make sure we're not going to reconstruct the police. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to defund the police. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to wipe away qualified immunity, and we're going to punish the police when they do people wrong. We're going to punish the police like they are a citizen when they do wrong. And if we see that it's a race crime, it's going to be times 10. It's going to be times 10. If you are discriminating against people because of their race, creed, color, gender, whatever you want to call it, then we're going to punish you guys. Forget all that qualified immunity, whatever you want to call it. We're going to punish the police. We need justice. That's what we need. Oh, we're going to reform the police. We're going to give the police sensitivity classes. We're going to inform the police how Black people talk and walk and act. No, if we're not committing a freaking crime, then leave us the hell alone. I'm going to tell you right now, majority of Black people just want to be left alone. Just leave us alone. Just leave us alone. I see people get stopped and messed with because they got a Black Lives Matter shirt on. Leave us alone. It's a shirt. Go on with your life. All lives matter. Leave us alone. That's what you guys need to understand. This is not just one problem that you can solve by voting. That's what people think. Oh, if I vote, racism will go away. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Racism has been here since we've been here. Okay. Racism has been here since we have been here. Okay. Racism really started back in the 1400s, or probably even earlier than that, with the Arabs and then with the Spanish and Portuguese. One of their popes signing off on a transatlantic slave trade, or at least the start of it. That's what we need to understand. That's when it really occurred. But nonetheless, since we've been in this country, a system of white supremacy has been over us, and racism has always been here. So regardless of who in office, well, I see more racism when Donald Trump is in office. That's because of the age of the cell phone. All this stuff has been here. Go talk to some of your family. You might even have your personal experiences of the police discriminate upon you because of the color of your skin. I can ask my aunts and uncles back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. All of them have some sort of story how the police bothered them. You see what I'm getting at? And now they're not even bothering us to the point where they are police brutality. They're police killing us. They're committing murder. So if you think that you can go cast a ballot and that's going to solve the racial injustice in America, then you're wrong. Then you're wrong. If you believe that you can go cast a ballot and that's going to somehow help Black people economically and lessen the wealth gap, then you are absolutely wrong. It's going to take 10 times more than that. You know what it's going to take? It's going to take stuff like reading books like this, understanding what Dr. Clark Anderson is saying, or matter of fact, reading books like this, Black Labor, White Wealth, and Powernomics. I don't want to even get into it. I don't even know the man. I just know there's great information. That's all I need to know. But that's the problem with us, because we don't read. We do not read, research, analyze. We just go off what our buddy says, what our girlfriend says, what one of our boys say, or what our family members say, and then we let people ridicule us. We let people put us on the defense. Well, why you not voting? Or why the hell you voting for Donald Trump? Or why the hell you voting for Joe Biden? You should be voting for this person. You'd rather be right by yourself than wrong with the crowd. That's what you should be. But most of us, we rather be wrong with the crowd than right by ourselves. That is the issue that plagues the Black community. And we don't inform ourselves with people who are fighting for us. So in case you guys never heard of these people, I'm going to say it slow and I'm going to say it calm, because I want you guys to write these things down. I want you guys to record this, and I want you to subscribe to these YouTube channels of these gentlemen who do not know me, but I support them heavily because they are taking up the mark for Black people. They are supporting Black people. They're trying to start a movement, but we are not informed. So let me tell you guys who are watching, go and subscribe to Tariq Radio. That's the name of his channel, Tariq Nasheed, Tariq Radio. The Black Authority with Jason Black. That's the Black Authority with Jason Black. Professor Black Truth. Okay, that's Professor Black Truth. Dr. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Boyce Watkins. TD Hip Hop Media. TD Hip Hop News. Okay. These are some of the channels that you should be subscribing to get your information. Another channel, there's two more channels. One is called the African Diaspora Channel with Philip Scott. That's African Diaspora Channel with Philip Scott. Then also Philip Scott Personal Channel, Philip Scott. These are the people who are calling out injustice in the Black community. These are the people who are informing us of the atrocities and also the injustices and the discrimination that's occurring to Black people. And also, most importantly, these are the people that are fighting and putting themselves on the front line each and every day to give us information, to inspire us and motivate us. And they're doing things in the backdrop to move the needle forward. So if you're going over and you're listening to CNN and MSNBC and Fox, you're getting a news that does not pertain to you, but only to persuade you and try to convince you. See, when someone tries to persuade you, convince you, in a sense of brainwashing or fear mongering you, that's manipulation. But these guys, from what I know and done my research, gives us the truth. They give us the truth. So if you want to go out and you want to stand in line for 10 hours to vote, that's your constitutional right. But can I enlighten you guys on something? When they wrote the Constitution, where were black people? Exactly. The Constitution was never written for us. Okay? So just to let you guys know that. So hopefully, whatever I had on my chest is now off. And I just want to let you guys know that because we continue to get bamboozled, we continue to get tricked, and they try to convince us that one candidate is worse than the other. But if you do your own research, you will see that both of them in their past are equally horrible. And why should you pick the lesser of two evils? If you pick the lesser of two evils, in my opinion, you become evil yourself. And at the end of the day, neither one has offered us in the black community absolutely nothing. You guys have a great and wonderful day. And hopefully you guys think about that and do what's best for you, not what's best for me. Good day.